Thank you for joining me today. One of my followers actually sent me this particular file, and I know that this story has been covered a lot on social media lately. It's about a woman who actually went back to her job at McDonald's, and she actually stabbed her manager multiple times that resulted in her manager's untimely demise. But I want to take a moment to let you look at this video that she uploaded before she actually went back and committed this heinous crime.
Got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
So you see this young woman, she's complaining about her job. She's complaining about her manager mistreating her and how her manager is being so mean to her. This is someone who does not have any emotional control, has never been held accountable. And when she couldn't take it anymore, she actually went back and, like this story that I'm about to play, she went back and stabbed her manager multiple times, resulting in her death. Take a look at this.
I'm Rupraj.
And I'm Taryn Asher. We begin with a heartbreaking loss for the Detroit family, dealing really with an unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah, Taryn, what began as a normal day at work quickly turned violent. A mother of 6 stabbed to death at an Eastpointe McDonald's while doing her job.
And Fox News' Camille Amiri joining us live with the very latest. And Camille, we understand you have spoken now with the woman's family. I mean, it's hard to imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean, we were here all day, and then family members started showing up this afternoon, one after another, all coming back to the scene of the crime. She has 6 children, as you said, ages 5 to 20, and some of the littlest ones were here, and let me tell you, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
My mama was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for.
Jennifer Harris, a single mother of 6, a manager at McDonald's, fatally stabbed Thursday morning by one of her employees, according to police.
Mama.
I had to just stop it here for just a second. Just think about this for a second. This manager was a mother of 6. According to the background story, this woman, her husband is actually incarcerated. So this woman is going to work every day, trying to take care of her family, trying to take care of 6 children. She's just doing her job as a manager at McDonald's. This woman comes in, she's misbehaving on her shift, whatever it is that she's doing. This woman who's the manager is actually doing her job, had to send her home a couple of times. Undoubtedly, just based on what you see about what this woman is actually doing, she actually probably wasn't doing her job. She admits that she had some issues that were going on, but this woman was sent home just for not doing her job. And then how does she respond to her manager actually holding her accountable, probably for the first time in her life, holding her accountable, sending her home when she's not doing her job? She goes back up there, tries to hide her appearance, and stabs this woman multiple times. And now the actual deceased manager has 6 children whose lives are going to be irrevocably changed for the rest of their lives, because this woman didn't have enough self-control to actually moderate her behavior, accept accountability for what her manager was telling her she wasn't doing on her job.
Mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
It happened right before 8 o'clock at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in Eastpointe.
From our understanding, it happened near the drive-through window inside of the building, so in the employee area.
Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute between Harris and her employee. Harris asked the woman to leave, but
she came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her.
So listen to that. They got into a verbal dispute. So this employee, she didn't call into the HR department. She didn't call into the 800 number. She didn't call to her boss's boss and try to lodge a complaint that way. The only way she knew how to deal with and respond to this behavior was to grab a knife, try to hide her appearance, but then other employees recognized her from seeing her hands, and the only way she knew how to respond was to go up there and to unalive her supervisor at McDonald's.
And she started stabbing her. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
Police say a customer, a CPL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPL holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
He absolutely did the right thing. He showed, so to speak, heroism.
Harris's family members beside themselves with grief.
And thank God for this innocent bystander. As much as we hear Democrats and far-left progressives speak out against individuals who have firearms, thank God that this bystander was able to intervene and hold this woman at gunpoint, basically just remanding her to his personal custody until police could arrive. This could have just, this could have been a multiple day issue trying to find this woman, but just an innocent bystander, just a good Samaritan saw what was going on and intervened. And like I said, I couldn't be happier.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was even good to her. She was good to everybody.
It's just so incredibly sad. The children's father is incarcerated. They told us that when we met with them earlier today, so it was just their mom and them. The suspect is 26 years old, and of course we expect her to be arraigned possibly tomorrow or the next day, hoping to learn more about what led up to this. Meanwhile, Jennifer worked here. She went by the name of Gemma, and she worked here for 15 years. So, I mean, just a horrible, horrible story all around. There is absolutely nothing that makes sense about this. Reporting live in Eastpointe, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille.
So hold on until the end of this video because I have a really, really important question. But again, I just want to reiterate what the news report just said. This was a single mother of 6. The father of the children is incarcerated. This woman is just trying to do her job, just trying to take care of her 6 children. Has a problem employee whom she had to send home because she wasn't doing her job. She was having issues with other employees. And you can kind of look at this video and kind of tell, you can kind of tell that this woman had something going on with her. Everybody can look at it in retrospect and say, yeah, there was something going on with this young lady. But I want to just take a moment to look at this actual footage from the actual footage that was taken from when the judge was actually setting bail for this woman. I really, really want you to pay attention to this. I'm really, really pleased with this judge, and I wish we had more judges like this. Take a look at this.
The defendant's ties to the community. While the defendant is relatively young at 26 years of age, there's no indication that she has any significant stabilizing ties to the community that would ensure her return for court appearances. Without these ties, the court is concerned about the likelihood of flight. Number 5, defendant's risk of fleeing or failing to appear. Due to the severity of the charges and the habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight. The court finds that this factor weighs heavily in favor of a high bond amount. Substance abuse or mental treatment, although there are no reports at this time suggesting that the defendant suffers from mental health or substance abuse issues that would mitigate the risks posed by defendant's release, the court is, after considering all of these factors, going to be setting bond at $25 million, cash surety only.
Kudos to Judge Couchman for setting a $25 million bond for this woman. If you've been following the story at all, she'd actually stabbed someone else in Virginia. And somehow she didn't get remanded to custody. She wasn't charged. Somehow she was let go. And this judge saw the heinous nature of this crime. And she said, I'm going to use my authority. I'm going to remand this woman to custody, set the bail at $25 million. So right away, that removes any possibility of someone trying to do a GoFundMe or trying to raise some money to try and get this woman, because you know you're going to have some people from the far left who are going to be the restorative justice community, who are going to say that somehow this woman needs to, not be remanded to custody while she's waiting for trial. I've even seen some people post on social media and say managers need to, be careful how they treat their employees so they can avoid situations like this. I don't care what happens to you on your job. You do not have the right to take the life of someone else just because you are being held accountable. Man, this new generation, these Gen Zers and these Generation Alphas are so weak. It really, really bothers me to see how this, like I said, a single mother of 6, her husband, father of the children, is in jail. So she's out there actually working a job, trying to take care of her family, and just in doing her job and just holding an employee accountable, she had her life taken from her prematurely. And if this woman, potentially, if she had been in custody from what she did in Virginia, perhaps this woman would still be alive. But I want to just ask you one more question. But before I get there, I want to let you take a look at another video of this woman. Just hang out for a few more seconds because I have a really, really important question that I want us to discuss in the comments.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space, still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. Without a doubt.
This is so sad. This woman had there were all the red flags that were there for this particular young lady. And we have all these laws right now about red flag laws that if someone owns a gun and they're behaving in a certain way, we have these conversations as a society about whether or not we should take the rights away, take people's guns away, if they're behaving in such a way that gives the rest of the community pause or cause for concern. So here's my question. You have millions, tens of millions of people who are uploading information like this woman did, that are just uploading information about their personal lives. And sometimes, and I think that this is appropriate in this particular case, this woman was giving so many, there were so many red flags that someone looking at this could have been able to say, you know what, this woman is probably a danger to herself or to others. Certainly someone could have looked at her social media feed and could have ascertained perhaps she's going to be a danger to her employees and or her manager. So here's my question. In the 21st century, when we have people who are voluntarily uploading information like this, and they're leaving these breadcrumbs that lead to this eventual antisocial behavior, in this particular case, an actual taking someone's life. Have we gotten to the point where we need to start looking at people's social media accounts and being proactive about intervening into these people's lives before they go out and commit this type of crime. If a police officer had just knocked on this woman's door and just had a short conversation with her, if there was some sort of mental health check, something, that mother of those 6 children would still be alive. Are our laws lagging behind the technology that we have available to us to avoid these types of incidents happening and, like I said, impacting the lives of 6 children whom their father is already in jail? Now they're not going to have access to their mother forever because she's gone. And even if this woman goes to jail, the worst punishment she can receive is life in jail without the possibility of parole. But those 6 children of that mother, their lives are irrevocably damaged and changed forever. We have to do a better job as a society of protecting one another, especially when you have people like this woman who are voluntarily uploading information onto social media for all to see. It's easy for us to say in retrospect, to go back and look at these videos and say, oh, the clues were all there. But our laws have not caught up to the technology. Is it time for us to write new laws, 21st century laws, to address 21st century problems so that these types of individuals are taken off the streets? Let me know what you think. Go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, share it. You're listening to The David Seaton Show.